They live in complete darkness, they've never seen sunlight, and they never will. These creatures don't blink, don't flinch, and don't react to motion because they can't. Their eyes are gone, not closed, not blind. Gone, evolved away. And in exchange, they've gained something far stranger. Welcome to a world where vision is traded for vibration, and darkness isn't a curse, it's home. These are the fish that lost their eyes. And now, they're trapped forever. Deep beneath the surface of the earth, far from lakes, oceans, or even underground rivers, something ancient has been hiding. In places where light has never touched stone, fish with no eyes glide silently through pitch-black tunnels. They've never needed vision, because in their world, sight is useless. And over time, nature took it away. Their skulls are smooth where eyes should be. In some species, you can still see the faint outline of what once was sunken, ghostly sockets under pale scales. In others, even that's vanished. Evolution hit delete, and it never looked back. The Mexican tetra is one of them. In regular rivers, it looks normal silver, shimmering, with two wide eyes staring out like any typical freshwater fish. But take that same species and trap it in a cave, and in a few generations, everything changes. No color, no pupils, no eyes, just a blank face drifting through the dark, guided only by pressure and flow. Some still have tiny, useless eye-like bumps under their skin. Others don't even have those, just skin stretched smooth across bone. But what's haunting isn't just that they lost their eyes, it's that they're trapped. These fish were sealed in by rock, isolated in underground caverns for tens of thousands of years. No way out, no new water, no predators, no sun, just silent blackness. And over time, their bodies rewired, their brains shrank, their hearing changed, and they stopped needing the things we take for granted. They can't see, but they feel. Every ripple, every tremor, their bodies are tuned to the water like living sonar. A vibration 6 meters away, they'll know. A change in temperature, they'll shift. They sense movement the way we sense sound. But sight, gone forever. Another species, Freedishes andretzia, lives in total darkness beneath the deserts of Somalia. Scientists first found it trapped in a well, 65 feet underground. No one knew it even existed. It's completely white, skin like glass, no pigment, no markings, and of course, no eyes. Not even the suggestion of eyes, just smooth bone and pale scales. But somehow, it survives. It hunts, it feeds, and it reproduces in a place no human could live more than a few minutes. Here's the terrifying part. These fish aren't just blind, they don't have the concept of light. Their brains never learned what light is. It's not black for them, it's just nothing. A kind of sensory emptiness. Imagine being born in a world where sight was never invented, where faces don't exist, where color doesn't matter, where time is measured in currents, not clocks. That's the reality for these creatures. And they've adapted in ways that break the rules of biology. Some of these blind fish can detect electrical fields. Others can sense chemical trails in water at levels we can't measure. One species, the cave-dwelling loach's whisker-like appendages that pulse constantly, mapping the cave walls through vibration alone. It moves without touching. It sees without eyes. It navigates mazes of jagged rock in pure darkness, and never hits a wall. In Vietnam, researchers discovered a species of blind cave eel that's almost translucent. It looks like a ghost skeleton visible through its skin. It slithers, not swims. It clings to walls with small sucker-like fins, and it moves so slowly you might mistake it for a drifting leaf. But it's alive. It eats microcrustaceans, which it senses using currents and scent alone, and it's been doing that for over 1 million years, without ever once seeing the sun. Even more shocking is the lucifuga fish, found in underwater caves in the Bahamas and Cuba. Its name literally means light shiner. It has 2 holes where eyes should be sealed under translucent skin, but its body is long, almost eel-like, and covered in sensors. It's an ambush predator. In total darkness, it waits. It listens. It feels the water move, then snap. It strikes. You never see it coming, because you wouldn't, and it wouldn't see you either. But not all of these species were born this way. Some were normal once, and then they got trapped. Geological shifts, collapsing rock, underground flooding. All it took was a single disaster to trap an entire species in the dark. Over centuries, their vision decayed, their color faded, their instincts shifted, and now, they can never return. If you took one of these blind fish and released it into the sunlight, it wouldn't know what to do. Its body would go into shock. The light would burn its skin. Its internal clock would collapse. Some would even die. They are prisoners of their own biology. The Danionella fish, found in Myanmar, is so small it's nearly invisible. It lives in shallow, murky water near limestone caves. Its body is almost completely transparent. But what makes it strange is its brain. You can see it working. Under a microscope, you can literally watch this fish process information in real time, but its eyes almost vestigial, barely there and barely used. It's one of the smallest vertebrates on Earth, and it might be the closest we've come to watching thought happen, all in a creature that barely sees the world around it. But what happens if the cave floods? Or dries up? What happens if something breaks through the rock after 50,000 years and lets sunlight pour in? The answer is nothing. These fish won't swim toward the light. They won't react. They won't flee because they don't know what light is. For them, it would be like hearing a color, a meaningless, dangerous sensation. Most would die trying to escape. Some would just float, stunned, and some wouldn't even notice. The thing that makes these creatures so haunting isn't just that they live without light. It's that they thrive in the absence of it. Nature didn't abandon them. It remade them. It gave them tools we can't comprehend, and senses we don't understand. And in doing so, it proved something chilling. Vision is not permanent. Evolution doesn't care how useful something once was. If it no longer serves the environment, it disappears. And when that environment is endless darkness, eyes are just wasted space. One species, the cave knifefish, has developed electroreception so precise it can sense the heartbeat of prey in complete darkness. It doesn't need to see, it feels your pulse. It floats motionless, then curves, like a ribbon through the black, following electromagnetic pulses like a living detector. You don't hear it, you don't see it. And before you realize it's there, it's already swallowed you whole. In Brazil, scientists discovered a blind armored catfish living in ancient cave systems that haven't seen sunlight in millions of years. It's covered in thick, bone-like plates, and it barely moves. It survives by scraping algae off rocks, algae that grows from bacteria, not photosynthesis. Nothing in its world requires light, not its food, not its predators, not its prey, just darkness, and pressure, and time. But here's the twist. Some of these fish still have eyes. Inside, they grow beneath the skin, sometimes malformed, sometimes developed but unused. Eyes that we'll never see. Eyes that the brain doesn't even connect to. Evolution tried to erase them, but traces remain, like a blueprint never deleted. A backup plan that never activates. They are ghosts inside, ghosts. Evidence of a world long gone in some blind cavefish species. Researchers found that you could trigger eye development by manipulating just one gene, one switch. Flip it, and eyes begin to form again. Flip it back, and they vanish. It's like evolution put the entire system in storage. Not gone, just archived. Waiting, but waiting for what? These fish will never leave the caves, not without us. And even if we take them out, they wouldn't survive. Their world is too different now, too alien. And what makes it even more tragic is that most of us will never see them. These fish exist in places so deep, so remote, that reaching them requires explosives, diving suits, or century-old wells. Some were found by accident, others discovered only after years of searching, and many more are still unknown. Entire species, hidden under our feet, silent, blind, and ancient. They lost their eyes to survive. But in doing so, they lost the world. The surface is no longer theirs. The sun is no longer theirs. The rivers, the oceans, the open waters, they don't belong there anymore. And so, they remain below, not extinct, not endangered, just forgotten, suspended in time, drifting through an eternal night where nothing changes, and no one sees. They are the remnants of a split path, a biological divergence, a glimpse of what happens when nature chooses adaptation over memory. These fish once saw the world, but now, they see nothing. Not because they're broken, but because their world never needed eyes. And that's why they'll stay in the dark forever.